Okay, I wanted to show you how these roses are created. What I have here is sine of nx, and I made n even. And so we have n is 2 basically. So we have 4 petals, because you do whatever n is times 2 if it's a even number. So if n is 4, basically, let's make it 4. We have 8 petals. Okay. So if it is odd, though, we have that number of petals. Okay, so the question is, why does that happen? So I made n is 3. So why does this happen? Well, if you look, let's go back to where n is 2. Okay, n is 2 now. Okay, so let's trace the thing out. Okay, so as we go, so each one of these guys is going to be a petal. Each one of these humps is a petal. And sine of an even number times x is going to be traced out from 0 to 2 pi. So going, 0 to 2 pi, and I'm done. The whole thing's graphed out. And so if you look, each one of the, when I get to the end of a hump, I have a petal. 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 Okay, all the way to 2 pi. If n is even, let's make n odd. I'm not including n equal 1. I'm going to make n equals 3. Here's 3 now, 3. Okay, now the difference now, though, is so let's go ahead and put pi on there. Let's make this pi, comma, 0. This, we'll label it. Okay, the thing of it is, for n is odd, it now traces the whole thing out between 0 and pi. Here we go, you see? And so for n is odd, it traces out between 0 and pi, and you're done. When n is even, it traces out between n and 2 pi. So if we kept going, it would just keep tracing out the same thing for the petal. So it's going to overlap. For n is odd, it's going to overlap itself as you keep going. This is overlapping, all right? And so that is what's happening whenever you have an odd number, sine of an odd number x. It's going to have that odd number of petals. If it has an even number, it's going to have 2 times that. So let's make n 5 now. Let's see what happens. So when n is 5, when we go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. See, the whole thing's traced out between 0 and pi. And we have 5 petals there. Okay? So I hope this makes some sense for you.